Hey everybody. Meant to make this video the other day, but it's just been pretty hectic. It's in response to a question I posed on that social media ruckus regarding if people agree that it takes more work to be happy than it does to be miserable, and why. Got some fairly decent responses, so I figured I'd just offer my 2 cents as well. When it comes down to being happy, well, the reality is it's a choice. You choose whether or not to be happy. You also choose if you get angry or not. But there is some key differences. For one, there is the functional reality that negative emotion is self lubricating, if you will. It reinforces itself. That's like something makes you really angry. And then later on, you think about that. Guess what? Thinking about being angry makes you angry. It's just a natural response, it feeds on itself. You are making this difficult, Kitty. I'm trying to make a video. I know you need attention. But when you get happy, for instance, say you get a really good hug from somebody you care about, and then down the line you think about it, you're more likely to actually feel lost that you can't hug them right then, as opposed to re experience the joy of that hug in the first place. So it's positive emotion doesn't seem to reinforce itself the same way that negative does. I'm still figuring out the particulars there. One of the things that I riddle out, excuse me, uh, and then of course the other thing is, well, on a societal level, like by nature, despite appearances on occasion, I'm actually a fairly caring person. Try to be thoughtful, conscientious, all that ruckus. Uh, and one of the difficulties for me is that some people don't let you be nice. You know, um, I try to do right by people, and I actually enjoy making people's day better, as those that have seen me at work and stuff like that can likely attest to. I actually get upset if I can't do something to make their night better. That's why I'm always cracking jokes and getting people to laugh, stuff like that. Um, so when it comes to happiness, some people are just dead set on ruining your happiness because they choose misery for themselves. And part of what makes being happy more difficult than being miserable is that as a caring person, you have to learn how to selectively care, to let go of people that are just going to bring you misery, which is, especially when you're younger, it's contradicting your basic nature. You want to be helpful, you want to be there for them. But every time you try to be, they just take advantage of it and just bring you down. So it's about selectively caring. Find the people that are worth your efforts and doing that, so you can be the kind of person that you want to be. But learning how to cut off people without feeling guilty that only want to bring you down. And it took me a long time to get to the point where I could start defining those boundaries. And a lot of that was making boundaries for myself. What was acceptable, what was not. What's okay for me to do, what's okay for people to do to me. And to be fair, those should parallel. That whole double standard crap is ridiculous. And by understanding what is acceptable boundaries for myself, it helped me to decide who is worth going out of my way for and who I just walk by. And there's no reason for me to feel guilt for that because my happiness is my responsibility. When you put that control in somebody else's hands, they almost inevitably fail you. That's why happiness is a choice. It's not a consequence of, circumstances or stuff like that. Anyway, so I do think that it's more difficult to be happy than it is to be miserable because misery goes by the least common denominator. It's always there. You can always get angry about something. You can always get upset about something. You can always be sad. You can always get scared. You don't have to have something right in front of your face to trigger these emotions. Just the thought alone is enough to stimulate those regions of the brain. Happiness is something you have to seek. And at the same time, something you have to welcome, which is still something I'm trying to teach myself to work with better. Too many walls. Work in progress. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on the matter. This video is already getting too dang long. So I'm going to go ahead and get it uploaded and put it on my page. So, you all have a nice evening. Bye.